are always available to assist us and provide us with the things necessary to be a safe school. We can't thank them enough. Today we have with us our great Mayor, Mark Hall. We also have our great council members today, Mike Jones, Helena Middle, and Laura Joseph. Thank you very much. We also have our great police chief, Pete Farmer, back there too. Thank you so much. And I want to be able to recognize in a second our PTO president, Stacy Franklin, for getting everything organized. And we appreciate how much we just appreciate how much our PTO does for us each year at the school. So thank you, Stacy and PTO. There would not be a Helena Middle School without the support that we receive from Shelby County schools. We are proud to be part of the system. Our board members and county leaders consider safety as a top priority. This is evident by each school in our county having a school resource officer. We are thankful to them. Today with us, we have from our county, we have our superintendent, Mr. Randy Ford. We have our music coordinator, Ms. Jeannie Goldby. And we have with us Sandy Warner, who is the Community Education Public Relations Supervisor. This is a school-wide award, and I want to thank our faculty and our staff for all that they do to make Helena Middle School a safe school. I want to thank our student body for understanding the importance of our drills and for reporting any concerns to our office. We also, again, want to thank our PTO for everything they do and for our safety badge this year. Finally, I want to thank the recipients of the award today, Ms. Jennifer Kofer, our assistant principal, and our SRO officer, Ken Lowry. These two are responsible for developing our safety plan and making sure that it's implemented. This award today would not be possible without their efforts. At this time, I would like to introduce our brand new Attorney General for the state of Alabama, Mr. Marshall. Come forward. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all. I appreciate the fact that you let me come to Montgomery and do something that maybe most folks don't get a chance to do. I was in Tuscaloosa earlier this morning, and they got a football team there. But y'all did something that they didn't, and that is that you repeated as champion when we give you this award today. So y'all give yourself a round of applause. So why am I here and why do I care? You know, as the Attorney General of Alabama, I am considered the chief law enforcement officer in this state, which means that one of the things that I'm responsible for is making sure that those who choose to do bad things to people, that those who make decisions to harm others, that we hold them accountable. And that's one of the privileges I have to be able to work with law enforcement, to make sure that we do things to keep communities safe. But we also have another component that we care about, not just making sure that we hold the bad guys accountable, but that we do things to prevent crimes before they occur. And that's why the Safe Schools Initiative is so important, is because we don't want Alabama to be that story in the news of somebody who comes into a school, who attempts to take violence into their own hands and harm students and teachers that are just simply here trying to learn and do what they're supposed to do. And so this initiative is important for us, not only to send the message that safe schools are important, but for us to highlight and reward those who are doing it really well. And Helena Middle School is doing it really, really well. It takes 3 folks to be able to make that happen. We have criteria that we use to evaluate schools, and a lot of folks put in applications to try to take your award away from you this year, but they didn't get it. And really the 3 reasons why Helena was awarded this is partly those folks that are sitting in the bleachers on both sides, and that's the students here at this middle school. Y'all have embraced the idea that we're going to report to administrators things that we see that are going wrong. You have accepted the idea that we're going to support one another, and that to the extent that we can stop it, we're not going to tolerate the bullying of our peers, whether it be in class or online or through social media. And you've been willing to embrace the idea that we got to practice these drills and put into place what it's going to take if an emergency situation comes about. So students in this middle school, reward yourself with a round of applause for what you did to make this happen. There's a guy that apparently must be a little shy that's standing behind me, and that's your SRO, Ken Lowry. Everybody loves the SRO, right? Everybody loves the SRO. Now, let me tell you about why he's here. He could be out working the roads. He could be doing the stuff that he went to law enforcement for. Or instead, he could embrace the idea that he could be here with you, number one, to make sure that you're safe. And that he could do the things from his standpoint as a law enforcement officer to embrace the idea that he wants to make sure that classrooms here are safe for young people to learn. But the other thing that I can tell you is he loves the people at the school. I've just met him for the first time today, but to know somebody that works and devotes their career to be in this setting, it means that he cares about you personally. And that he wants to be able to do everything he can as a school resource officer to make sure you're safe. And so, Officer Lowry, I want to thank you for coordinating with other law enforcement to make sure that they understand a school safety plan here, or if there was an incident, how they would respond. But most importantly, for him to be representative of you, of what law enforcement means, and that is folks who do the right thing every day to be able to make sure you're safe. So let's give him a round of applause.
All right.
And although Ms. Nani deserves part of the acknowledgement today, I think he would defer that to Ms. Coker. Is that she is somebody that has embraced her role as a leader at this school to develop the plans, to do the training, to work with faculty, but most importantly, to understand what it means to make sure that schools are safe and that you have an opportunity to learn. Ms. Coker is somebody that around this state is recognized by others as understanding what this means. She's consulted by others to understand what they can do for their schools, but most importantly, she's recognized by her peers in the Attorney General's office as somebody who's a leader in that area. Ms. Coker, thank you for what you do as well. Now I ask Officer Lowry to come forward and Ms. Coker as well. And it gives me a great deal of pride and pleasure to be able to acknowledge the safety of this school as you are now a two-time winner of the Alabama Safe Schools Initiative Award of Excellence for 2016.